This is just a quick video to talk about the response of the wheels in response to a question someone had on the Fractal forum about delay of the knob. The main value knob is a digital encoder. It's not a pot, so it spins continuously. It also has little detent positions that you can feel. It isn't a smooth turning knob. It actually it clicks, kind of, if you will. When you're changing patches, what I've noticed is when you start to move the knob, nothing happens. It's like when you hit the click that it actually makes the change. So that seems to be kind of a delay in response. But that seems to be only when you do patches. Once you've chosen a patch and you go in and edit it, it actually responds immediately as you turn it. It has an acceleration feature so that if you turn it faster, it kind of will move more. So you can kind of give it a big spin and get quite a bit of, make up quite a bit of ground with it. Let's go ahead and go into, it's hard to show everything with the camera because you can't see the display if I back out, but if I go into layout and then edit in the amp mode, and you get the normal drive, bass, middle, and treble settings on the screen, and by default this wheel is the far left, the type. Even on this one, as soon as I start to turn, you see the change. It changes before it clicks. So that seems to be normal. It's hard to judge this because you're choosing through amps, but as you turn it, same kind of acceleration feature I think is there, but it seems to, you certainly don't get a one-to-one correspondence with as you turn the wheel and that little pointer on the virtual knob for the most part. But let's move, I'm going to go use the edit arrow here, which is just off screen, the navigation arrow, go to the right so I can choose drive. If I choose drive, if you look at the numbers in a little box, they respond immediately. As soon as I turn the knob, I'm seeing 3.994, 4.01, 4.07, and they actually will jump around. The only thing I find with this is sometimes when I'm trying to I want to hit it right at 4, because I'm kind of like that. I like to set these things so that they're not 3.99, but they'd be 4. And sometimes it does that. It jumps around a little bit when this encoder rocks between positions. But I think maybe the question is this feeling of there's not like a one-to-one correspondence with when you turn the knob, does the dial move exactly like the knob? And it does to some extent, but you can certainly see that sometimes it goes slower than the knob does, sometimes it goes faster. You do have this acceleration, so you can go from 0 to 10 pretty quickly by just kind of flipping the knob. But if you're thinking in terms of I'm going to grab this thing and turn it like I would a normal knob and it's going to track right along with me, it doesn't always do that, and there is a little bit of a delay in feel sometimes. But as you can see from the numbers are responding as you turn the knob. And typically, for me anyway, when I'm doing these adjustments, I'm not really making big sweeps like this. I'm usually making changes from 3 1/4 to 3.5, or maybe even less than that, just to kind of hear the difference. Well, if you use the quick knobs, the A, B, C, and D over here on the front panel, which you can't see, I'm turning the B knob right now. There is more of a sense of delay there. It's a smaller knob. It's the same kind of rotary encoder with the click stops. You can probably hear it. If I spin it fairly quickly, you don't always get a big jump in there. Same kind of thing. If I turn it slowly and kind of move through a kind of normal progressions, the numbers respond immediately and it tracks, but it doesn't track really. That's kind of a small movement, and it does seem like the little picture of the knob is certainly delayed from the motion I'm doing with my hand. But I tend to be looking at the numbers. Actually, at this point I just use Axe Edit most of the time for these things, but when I'm making changes, I'm making usually these kind of changes, and I don't really notice that anymore as I've been using the unit.